Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Wedding Tip Wednesday. So today's wedding tip is something that happened to me last year is you take the time to talk to the bride and groom. You're talking to the wedding couple a month before your wedding. You're setting in stone ceremony time, first look, formals, ceremony, everything that's happening in your itinerary for the day. So all that stuff is set not like 100% in stone. There's a few fluctuations inside of there, but ceremony is the thing that revolves around everything. So when you get to the venue, so wedding planners, it is not your place to adjust a timeline. If you are a wedding planner and you are involved from the beginning and a bride and groom have hired you to get involved from the beginning, when I go over my timeline with the bride before the wedding 1 month before, and you're there, then you can make suggestions along the way with, hey, if you do this or hey, if you do that. Now, that's a different scenario. In this case, a day of wedding planner, whether you work at the venue or you're hired for that day, if I, photographer, DJ, vendor, have anything set in stone and spoke to the wedding couple a month in advance, it is not your place to come in and adjust the timeline on the wedding day. If I have set in stone first look at X time and you come in and you decide that it would be better if you did it sooner so that nobody will see you, that is something that you address with me. The bride and the groom and the wedding couple already have enough on their plate. As a wedding planner, day of coordinator of the venue, it is not your place to go making suggestions to the brides and grooms. I've been with this couple for a year and a half prior to this. You just met them, and you just met them 4 months before when you did your rehearsal. So whatever that case may be. So my suggestion is, wedding couples, don't change your itinerary for anybody. If the vendor has set a time for you to start for X and you do, for a time to do X, don't let anybody, if anybody tries to talk you out of something or into something, say, let me get my photographer, let me run it by him. Let me get my DJ, make sure that we're not going to interfere with something else. That's got to be very, very important. So wedding planners, don't make suggestions on moving first look, because when you move the first looks up, you cut into my getting ready time. And if you cut into my getting ready time, I have to hurry up and get things done in order to get things done on time, because now we've got a new timeline and I lost 45 minutes from doing that. So it's not your place. It's not your place to make suggestions. It's not your place to do anything like that. Now, if you know the venue and you know good spots, that's one thing. But making a suggestion and using wording where you're talking about this would be better, that's not right. That's not right, because of course the bride's going to be like, oh, well, she must work here, so she must know better. Sometimes just leave the photographer with the wedding couple according to what they want to do. If you have a suggestion, you make sure your photographer is involved with all of the conversations via email and or during the day. Just courtesy to do that. That's just the best thing you can do when it comes to that. So I had a situation where the wedding coordinator took my bride and groom off to do vows by themselves privately. And I was getting my gear and I was doing this and took them off, and I'm looking around and I can't find them. And she's like, oh, she goes, they want to do their vows privately. I was like, no, they don't do that. Take me to that. What happens is sometimes I'm putting a microphone on them to record their vows for them. So I need to be there for the microphone. Secondly, if they want to be private and they don't want anybody to hear them, that's perfectly fine. As a documentary photographer, I need to be there to do that. Now, before you say, oh, okay, maybe they want to be done privately, okay, I can photograph from 30 feet away with a long lens and still get the moment between the two of them. And when a wedding coordinator takes that away and decides to do that off on their own without telling me, you just took a piece of my puzzle for their wedding day that I was not able to document. So we can't do that. So don't do that. Just don't do that. So Wedding Tip Wednesday is brides and grooms. If you have an itinerary set with your vendors, Don't alter the itinerary without speaking to the vendor, photographer, or the DJ. Just don't do it. Wedding coordinators, don't make any suggestions without having that said vendor in front of you, making a suggestion like, how about if we do this? No? Okay, we're gonna stick to what you have. Make a suggestion, let it go. It's not your place. Wedding Tip Wednesday, peace.